Okay, so it worked.
No, I'm still working on it. People let me.
Or with what I noticed with the PowerPoint, you want me to show you something real quick? By open.
Not at all. If you yawn at a dog, he'll yawn. If you point in a direction, the dog will look in that direction. So dogs are so attuned to what humans are doing.
Tangus has taught me to let go of reflecting on the past, having fears, anticipatory worries, and staying fully present, because that's what our animals are. They stay present and they are what they are. Us two-leggeds carry a lot of baggage, and dogs go, hey, all we have is right now. So patience, tolerance, unconditional love, safe touch, tactile qualities. Oh my gosh, I could go on and on.
And in fact, there was still a contract outstanding, and it was coming around again.
When Vicky started seizuring and Harley went to her and laid down with her, everybody in the room was astounded. The dog was doing what we'd hoped he could learn to do before we ever hoped he could learn to do it. He somehow knew.
When I woke up from my seizure, I woke up and his head was laying on me, and he was looking at me like all sad, and he knew something was wrong. As soon as I started petting him, I think he realized that everything was okay. He started wagging his tail, and it was from there on. I knew that was my dog, and I knew it was gonna work. He was my partner.
I can send it back. What did I do? Look at this. That's why I'm.
I seriously love my baby kitty. Even though she's not a baby anymore, but you know what I mean. I still see her in my mind as a little small kitten we brought home. Just fucking damn it. She'll be 30 in 2 more months. July 22nd. 30 years old. Oh, my baby girl. And so what it looks like today. Oh, I got it.
Come on.
We got a lock on our position. Coordinates G9 or 5, Tango 7, 9 or 6, 3, Tango Zebra, Foxtrot 0.
Dream team. No, I'm sorry. We were so hard on you. I am so sorry. Please be okay. Please be okay. Please be okay. He will be, Mom. He's strong and smart.
We're so close, he's gotta be okay. Good work, Isabel.
Yeah, Agent Willis. Got it. Found the cabin. Let's go. Let's go.
Lately, like I've been starting to feel sick, like coming down with a cold or something, or flu or something.
Oh. I wonder if that's a side effect of it.
Yeah.
Could look that up and see, but I'm not sure.
Depo Bavera.
You want me to look it up?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Alright. Depo Bavera. Depo Bavera. Yeah. Okay. Periods may become irregular, larger, stop, relax. Gain abdominal cream, bloating, nausea.
Conducting an ongoing affair. A month prior to the theft, Quinn would leave home at 5 a.m. and not arrive at work until 9:30. Police speculate he used the time to see his girlfriend. They also speculate that they may have run away together. Whatever the reasons for his disappearance, today Jack Quinn is a wanted man. He is 48 years of age, is stocky with a tendency to put on weight. He has thinning brown hair, brown eyes, and is fluent in Spanish. Next, the story of two fires in a tiny Indiana town.
I got some grass needs cut and a little brush needs trimming out the house. Would you be interested?
Hi, I'm Jason McCoy, and welcome to Pet Heroes. Dogs are often spurred into action when their human companions are in danger. But how do they react when it's one of their own? We look at two amazing stories of dogs who must rely on their fellow canines for help. This picture-perfect bay on the northern tip of Vancouver Island is home to Jim and Mary Borrowman.
My husband and I live here in Telegraph Cove, and we own and operate a very small expedition company.
I went to Colorado. On the Rocky Mountains in 2004. And I got on my horse for 2 hours. When my hips were aching, like we were really
the Brooklyn Bridge that night. They reminded him to go and share that story about God's light, about the miracles he experienced that day, and that is the greater story than the horror story we hear. John's example and message reminds us to be strong, to be brave, not to buckle under the despair and fear of evil, and that light drives out darkness. So, does a miracle make any difference in the face of evil? Does it redeem it in any way? I know what John thinks, and I know what I think, but I'll let you think about that. And I hope you did like thinking about it, because that's what this channel is all about.
Agatha and Archie Christie quickly went their separate ways. Agatha married eminent archaeologist Max Muller in 1930, 2 years after Archie had went SCA. By all accounts, both couples had long, happy marriages. Agatha Christie went on to write more than 100 novels, becoming the best-selling mystery writer of all time. In her later years, Agatha also wrote an autobiography that would not be published until after her death in 1975. Agatha's curious fans have waited 50 years to have her strange disappearance explained once and for all. And she wrote For 8 years, Tim Berry made a good show of contrition. According to Andrea, Tim remained a loving and dedicated father, even behind bars. Berry also came to be regarded as a model prisoner and was regularly assigned to work details on the outside.
Hey, Barry.
On Election Day 1988, Tim Berry was part of a crew repainting the Department of Corrections offices in downtown Boston.
14,000.
We'll meet about that particular day. The building was very busy. There are voting polls on the first floor of the state office building here. People coming and going all day long. Elevated traffic. The inmate
You choose a behavior, you choose a consequence. That's what I would say to people. So look in here. I don't like it, tough shit. And it's the only times where you have to get beaten up with belts and shit like that. Tell you.
G55. B4. O66. Round over.
Mark had been found almost 6 months to the day after his family reported him missing. The cops stated that they had paid his home and James a visit near the outset of the investigation. But James indicated that he didn't have much interaction with Mark, beyond cashing the rent checks that came on time every month. When the cops looked inside the house, they saw nothing out of the ordinary, nothing that screamed a crime had been committed there. It just looked as if Mark left one day and never came back. His body, however, told a much different story. Mark was found nearly naked, bound, and while decomposition had been
My body felt a huge discomfort as if I had a fever, but different. When I have a fever, the discomfort is internal, but this was not. I felt that something was wrong, but I didn't know what. At the same time, the temperature in the room had dropped much lower. The place was freezing, and that didn't make any sense, since when I grabbed my cell phone to quickly check the weather service said that today was going to be a hot night. I tried to sleep a little longer, covering myself as tightly as I could. I closed my eyes and drifted off to sleep, but this time a noise woke me up. It was the sound of the door opening and closing. The door opened and closed in the same way as before, but this time there was a big difference.
He continued to make me feel uncomfortable. He would often walk around the house in his underwear, and he would make sexual comments to me. I tried to avoid him as much.
My name is Anton, and I'm from Ukraine. As a freelance developer living with cerebral palsy, tasks like typing and speaking can be difficult. When I first heard about GitHub Copilot, I was doubtful that it could handle such a complex task as coding. But I was surprised at how helpful and relevant the suggestions it gave me were. Sometimes, it even seemed like it could read my mind because it would suggest code that I hadn't thought of yet. I can now not only write the code itself,
Mom had set
but also
everything up. The Sunday rolled around and we had made the table, hoovered all the carpets, cleaned everything, dusted everything, and prepped the food. The preparation in total took basically the whole of Sunday morning and part of Sunday afternoon. I told Nathan to come round at 5 p.m. that evening, to which he replied, "Sure will," at around 12 midnight the night before. This was a sign that I took as, yes, I'll be there. But that's not actually what happened. Everyone in my family being me, Mum and Dad,